Um, you know, returning to this channel. Just wanted to put some content on the other channel. Because I'm trying to hurry up and get my watch hours so I can monetize. The other channel. But anyway, we gonna talk some boxing. We gonna talk Caleb Plant. We gonna talk Canelo. We gonna talk Andre Ward. We gonna talk Bud versus Sean. We gonna talk Tiafimo. We gonna try to get a lot in while we can. you know so man, let me make sure one of these damn trucks don't hit my car, man. Make sure we hurry up, pull out of here so none of these trucks hit my car. That's the last thing I need. So, all right, so with that being said, all right, so let's begin. All right, so I've been seeing some footage. Now I don't know if this is old footage, if this is new footage, but I forgot the name of the channel that I seen it on, but it was some footage where the video got uploaded like yesterday, and you saw Canelo, like, basically, who is clearly an orthodox fighter, was training to fight southpaw. So I don't know if that was old footage or you know what I'm saying, or some new footage. And I'm telling you right now, if Canelo tries to fight Caleb Plant southpaw and he's a traditional orthodox at this stage of his career, that that could be disastrous for Canelo. And I mean real disastrous. I've said from the gate that I think Caleb Plant has a chance to beat Canelo. I don't know why. Hey, what's up, bro? I don't know why. I'm gonna talk about Manny too. I don't know why people think that Caleb Plant is gonna get blown out, like Canelo gonna come in there and throw 3 punches and the fight gonna be over. This is gonna be a competitive fight. I think Caleb Plant is gonna have his moments. Of course, Canelo gonna have his moments, but I believe that this fight is gonna come down to the later rounds. And then, due to the fact that Canelo, has to, do the testing, you might see a different type of Canelo than you usually seen in his previous fights. But the WBC has been proven to be corrupt. So, like I said, I don't know why he's training for Caleb Plant to fight him southpaw, because like I said, he's a traditional orthodox. He's never fought southpaw. And like I said, Caleb Plant ain't no poop butt. Yeah, I think he in trouble too, Pratt, if he training to fight Caleb Plant southpaw and he gonna try to switch to southpaw. That might be disastrous for him. Canelo good, but he ain't that damn good. And then this thing with Andre Ward, I don't even know why Canelo even is bringing up Andre Ward. He's starting to show signs as he's like a little bit bothered that he's starting to crack a little bit. Now, I could be wrong. Like, if Canelo goes in there and he blows through Caleb Plant, then, I'll come on here. I don't run from discussing these things. This is what I do. This is the sports channel. What the hell it look like me, like, dinking and dodging. I mean, come on, man. At the end of the day, Oh, appreciate that. But like I said before, I think it's going to be an entertaining fight. I think it's going to be a solid fight. Now, will I be there? Well, that remains to be seen, I know that the tickets are pretty pricey for this particular Canelo fight. Well, the funny thing is, quiet as kept. I'ma just go on to say this. I know it's gonna be some people that's gonna be mad at me, but at the end of the day, I don't care. This fight is going to Showtime. Now, Showtime been trying to get Canelo back for a minute, but this fight is not going to be on Fox. Fox apparently don't want it, and rumor has it that they plan on ending their deal. And they plan on ending their deal with PBC. They do have an option for, basically another year, but that depends. Now, if Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder do 1 million pay-per-views or do 800,000-900,000, then who knows? But at the end of the day, let's just face the fact, man, they ain't been putting on no good stuff, or they haven't given us fights that we've been clamoring for. And it just also goes to show you that their pay-per-view numbers ain't what they've been telling the public. That's just fact. Because if they were selling pay-per-views like they was making it out to, people out to believe, then they would, unequivocally be like, yeah, we're going to do another year. But rumor has it that they're not going to do another year. So I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. I hope that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder do big numbers, but I don't know. The way Tyson Fury been acting, you wondering if he gonna go AWOL or if he gonna fake another injury. And if Tyson Fury fakes another injury or says he got the C19 again, come on, man. But if he goes AWOL, he's supposed to he owed Deontay Wilder a large amount of money. So hopefully Tyson Fury honor the contract and he show up and get what's coming to him. Because the more this man talks and the more he behaves, he is just showing more and more signs that last fight wasn't on the up and up. And I think he knows it. I think a lot of other people know it and they just don't want to admit it. And I think you're going to see a different type of Deontay Wilder in this fight. I think he's rejuvenated. I think working with Malik Scott, I think he fully understands. You've seen him doing things that he just wasn't doing with Mark Breland. He's actually looking like a real boxer instead of looking for that one punch. He's looking to break Tyson Fury down in this fight and then get him up out of there. So we will see. We got a few weeks. Before this fight. It's less than 3 weeks? Like a little less than 3 weeks before this fight happens. So we gonna see. Then you have then you finally got Manny Pacquiao. It looked like Manny Pacquiao is finally gonna hang it up and run for president of the Philippines, which I say more power to him. I think after his last fight, I think it's clearly that Manny Pacquiao has passed his prime. His best years are behind him, and I just think I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao end up like Muhammad Ali, and I'm just keeping it a buck. Manny is headed to Muhammad Ali status. Well, we'll see. I think Manny then made enough money. There's no reason for him to go out there. He got beat decisively by Ugas. And many of us thought that Manny Pacquiao was going to whoop on Ugas. I thought he was going to whoop on Ugas. Thought it was going to be a domination. Well, it was a domination, except it was on the other side. And the thing is, most of the people, it was a lot of Filipino fans in there, and they all, most of them thought Manny lost the fight. The man hadn't fought in like 2 years. Literally hadn't fought in 2 years. So I just was getting ahead of myself, and reality set in. As the fight went on, You clearly could see Ugas was winning this fight. You see he was on pace to win this fight. And when it was over, most people with common sense thought he won the fight. It was no controversy behind this fight. Ugas clearly won that fight. So I think now it's just time for Manny to, I mean, Manny got lumped up. I mean, Manny was temporarily blind. Like, dude, why do you keep going back out there? You have nothing to prove. You done done everything you could possibly do as a fighter. Multiple championships, you made a ton of money. You consider the all-time great. So what is there left to prove? Retire from boxing. Don't let boxing retire you. Well, you know what, Pratt? Manny been in the game long enough to know you don't overlook nobody. He been in the game long enough to know that you don't overlook nobody. And that cost him dearly. And I just think that he needs to just give it up, because it's just, like I said, it's just nothing to prove anymore. What is there to prove? Well, I think he's gonna win the election anyway, because he's Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he's a Filipino icon. He's a legend out there. I mean, so I think he's gonna win anyway. I don't even know who he's running against. I mean, do they have Democrats and Republicans in the Philippines? Like, what's his political party? So like I said before, man, there's no reason for him to fight again. Run for president, win, and just, wait for that call in 4 years when they tell you that you've been elected into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Well, I mean, he got the right to run. I mean, if Trump ran for president, I mean, keep in mind, Arnold Schwarzenegger was once the governor of California. I'd be back. I mean, get to the chopper. I mean, what? I was so embarrassed to be from California when he won the governorship. I was just like, man, it can't get no worse than this. But then again, it actually did, because look who's president. I mean, I was so embarrassed when Arnold Schwarzenegger won for governor of California. I'm talking about, this is a dude that, I mean, for real, the dude that played in The Predator. I mean, Raw Deal, Commando, The Last Action Hero. And by the way, The Last Action Hero was a terrible movie. So, yeah. So, I mean, anything is possible if... Well, all things point to him announcing his retirement. So it's looking like he's gonna retire. I mean, if you're gonna run for president, running for president, I mean, you can't sit up here and be worried about your next fight. But yeah, but when Arnold Schwarzenegger won the governorship, I was like, good grief. This can't be true. But they said he won, and I didn't think he had a chance. So, but yeah, I think Manny can pull it off, and I think Manny's gonna win. So that's just real talk. You think you think Manny Pacquiao could beat Josh Taylor? Nah, hell no. Man, I'm sorry, man. Manny ain't got a chance against Josh Taylor. Manny ain't got a chance against Josh Taylor. Manny would get whooped on. Oh yeah, shout out to Ezell from Friday. Rest in peace to the brother Ezell. You know, AJ Johnson. I remember when I saw him in Oakland at Bayfair Mall. So shout out to, you know, Ezell, iconic dope fiend. Not to mention I got the hookup. But yeah, hey Pratt, man, come on. I know Manny is your boy, man. But I would pick Manny probably over Mikey Garcia, but Josh Taylor is whooping on Manny Pacquiao. That wouldn't even be Josh Taylor would massacre Manny Pacquiao. I mean, Manny Pacquiao might drop him, but Josh Taylor can box. That dude could box. He could fight. He gonna be a problem for anybody. At 147, he gonna even give Bud fits if they fight. That dude can fight. I seen that up close. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Taylor kind of bruises really bad, but I don't think Manny Pacquiao would get whooped by Josh Taylor. I mean, Manny might have a couple of moments. He might even drop Josh Taylor. He might nail him a couple of times, but Josh Taylor too big, too quick. I seen that dude. I seen what he did to Jose Ramirez. I was there. Man, I'm going to tell you something about Taylor. I stood next to Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor, because I'm 5'11", Josh Taylor might be at least 6 feet. I know he listed at 5'10", but Josh Taylor is like 6 feet. And when I say he can fight, he can fight. Manny don't have no chance against Josh Taylor. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't even think, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Manny would have got past. I don't think he would have beat Spence. I don't think the Ugas fight was close. Most people had Ugas winning. I had Ugas winning that fight in a blowout. I thought Ugas won at least. Man, I think I had it. You would be generous to say Manny Pacquiao won 4 rounds. I gave Manny like maybe. I think I gave Manny. I think I had it 9. I think I had it 8, 3, and 1 even for Ugas, but Ugas clearly won that fight though. Yeah, Manny was temporarily blind for a week. Ugas like he couldn't even see. What's up? Yeah, I know Manny your boy, but he ain't got it. He better not get in the ring with Josh Taylor. You know Bob Aaron. Yeah, Bob, yeah, excuse me. I don't know why I'm buffering. I'm in a good area. Yeah, man. I think we all felt bad for Manny Pacquiao. You don't like to see legends get beat like that, but at the end of the day, I saw that it was truly over. It ain't no reason for him to pursue a rematch. I think if Manny fights Ugas again, it's gonna be even worse. He may even get stopped in that fight. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Ugas, had Ugas stepped on the gas, he would have probably stopped Manny Pacquiao. And Ugas could have stopped Manny Pacquiao if he really wanted it. He played it safe. He you know what I'm saying? He put his faith in the judges, and he got the decision. Now, actually, Ugas do got power. I mean, he had Manny temporarily blind, so obviously Ugas can crack, but he just a dude. He ain't a dude that like go for the kill. He still play it safe. He was content with just winning the rounds. He was just content with winning the rounds because at the end of the day, Manny can come out of nowhere and land a punch, and that could possibly turn the fight around. So he played it safe. You know, a lot of people play it safe with Manny Pacquiao. Even Floyd played it safe. You know, so, you know, because at any given time, Manny could come out of nowhere and land one of them awkward ass punches that he known for throwing, and he could put you on your ass or seriously hurt you. So Ugas played it safe. You know, he played it safe. He was like, well, you know what? I ain't Marquez. I ain't fought him 3 previous times to where I feel like I got to, you know, knock him out. You know, I feel like I'm winning the fight. So, you know, I thought he won decisively. So, you know, good for Ugas now. What Ugas does next, I don't think Ugas should wait around for Errol Spence. Ugas need to get back in the ring. Now, from what I was told, from what I heard, he told Al Heyman he wasn't going to fight Sean Porter again because Sean Porter wouldn't give him a rematch when he wanted a rematch, so he felt like he gonna get even with him. Now, well, Port, I did watch the fight. I watched the fight. The reason why I watched it twice, the reason why he wasn't moving like he used to, because he's 42. I mean, you gotta understand, you can't do at 42 what you can do at 32. At the end of the day, Manny looked his age. I mean, he still had the quick hands, but his reflexes wasn't what they used to be, and he couldn't move around. He couldn't get out the way. Look, Kenny is the homie, and Kenny is the homie, and Kenny ain't a dude that take it personal like other people. You know, I told Kenny, just like I told Kenny when I interviewed him, I told Kenny straight up that had Sean not got knocked down by Errol Spence, I think Sean would have had a chance to win that fight or at least get a draw. Remember, Sean won that, Errol Spence won that fight by split decision. That knockdown gave Errol Spence the W. That knockdown gave Errol Spence the W and secured him the fight. And I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck. That knockdown won Errol Spence the fight. Because had he not knocked Sean Porter down, Sean Porter would have possibly won that fight. Or at least got a draw. Damn. This is a damn deer on the freeway. But and I told Kenny, go back and look. I interviewed Kenny. I told Kenny, hey man, I thought the knockdown made the difference in the fight. And I told Kenny that I thought Ugas did enough to win that fight. You know, and Kenny don't take stuff personal, and I appreciate that, because some people when you tell them stuff, they get really mad and stuff. So, you know, it's kind of hard when you like deal with these trainers and these boxers and stuff. A lot of them dudes are very super, super emotional, and it shouldn't be like that, because at the end of the day, we all men. You know, I can take criticism as long as the criticism don't turn into blatant disrespect. So I can take it as well as I can dish it out. You know? So that's all I'm saying. That's gonna be a good fight, Pratt. That's gonna be a good fight. This is gonna be the fight where we gonna see if Usyk a real heavyweight. This gonna be the fight where we gonna see if he really a heavyweight or he just a cruiserweight, because he didn't look too good in, you know, his debut as a welterweight. But we gonna see. I mean, he's 6'3", you know, but you know, now, you know, these heavyweights are metamorphoses now. Most of them is 6'5" and up now. But we gonna see. This is gonna be the fight that we see where Usyk is the real deal. And what better way to see versus Anthony Joshua? And I want to see if he gonna try to test that shit. I keep forgetting this fight is going down on Saturday. I mean, to be honest with you, this fight is like been so low key, you ain't even been thinking about it. I mean, they done next to no advertising. Like, where's this fight taking place? Yeah, he didn't look good against him. But like I said, this is gonna be his test. He got his shot. He asked for AJ. He got it. What's up, Gino? Yeah, I just got off of work, man. So, you know, I just decided I'd go do a live because I've been trying to, like, the other channel, what I've been trying to do with the other channel, man, I've been trying to, like, put content on the other channel because I'm trying to get my enough watch hours so I can monetize the other channel. You know, so I can have the double money coming in. So, you know, that's pretty much what I've been doing and stuff. And then on the other channel, it's certain stuff that I could talk about versus being on here, which I'm gonna address that later on today. Man, Tiafimo is all over the place. Tiafimo said that he don't think people that get caught using, you know, PED should be punished. I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, what are you talking about, man? And his fight with Camboso been pushed back again. I mean, this is like the third time this fight been pushed back. And I'm just gonna tell you the truth. He not selling enough tickets, man. I guess he not selling enough tickets for this particular fight to be a headliner. You know what they should do, Quad is kept, which they may do. They should just buy Triller out. They should just give Triller, Bob Arum should just give Triller like $1 million and give them like a light percentage of whatever Bud versus Sean Porter does. They should just put that fight on the undercard. And that's just real talk. They should just put that on the Bud Sean Porter undercard. Which, by the way, I'm waiting for the press conference. I'm waiting for that to be official. And then also, yeah, Gino, why not? Why not? It make a whole lot of sense, man. Just be like, you know what? I know you bid on the fight. Look, here go 1.5 up front. We'll give you a percentage of the pay-per-view. We'll give you a percentage of the pay-per-view, and we'll give you a percentage of the gate. And then we'll be even. That's what they should do. And don't be surprised if they do that. They might as well. They might as well. They can make that the co-main event. And then that that would further help this pay-per-view sale. I mean, you just got to keep it a buck, man. You just got to keep it a buck, because obviously Teofimo and Cambozo, nobody wants to see this fight, or at least pay for it. So you might as well throw it on the undercard with Bud versus Sean, and then, you know, they'll watch it while they paying for Bud versus Sean. And then somewhat, I guess the Teofimo fans may just, you know, throw a little something towards that fight. So that could also help the fight, you know, do some good numbers on pay-per-view. You might as well. Because like I said, they keep pushing this damn fight back. This is the third time this fight been pushed back. So obviously something is going on behind the scenes. Nah, not that I heard. Nah, I heard that the fight been pushed back again. Fight been pushed back again, so they might be about to put under. You know, like I said, might as well, because like really what's going on. I'll talk to Kenny. You know, Kenny told me some stuff. I gotta wait till he give me the green light to report it. So you know what I'm saying. But I'll just put it to you this way. It's looking good. I would look at plane tickets to Las Vegas, and I would look at rooms. I already know where I'm gonna stay at. I'm gonna stay at the Excalibur. Hey, quiet as kept. They got some nice deals, man. Actually, the Mandalay Bay, the place that's hosting the fight, believe it or not, they got a good deal by their standards, because usually it costs a small fortune to stay at the Mandalay Bay. Usually for 3 nights, they be want like anywhere from $700 to $1,000. Last time I checked, you could get Friday to Sunday for like around $360. That's if you go to booking.com. Damn, I just did a free advertisement for booking.com. But you know, that's who I use. Like when I get my rooms, you know, I'll go to booking.com. They usually had the best deals, so you know, I go through them. They had sometimes they have deals where you don't even have to pay no money up front. Only thing I hate about Las Vegas, though, when you stay at them Las Vegas hotels, they'll say the room is like for 4 nights, it's like, or 3 or 4 nights, it might be like $300 or something, so they say. But then they charge you like a additional $100. They call it a resort fee, whatever the hell that means. So then you end up paying. So really, when it's all said done, if it's say like $350, it's really gonna be like around $500. But oh well. So you know, the Excalibur, they got a good deal. So I'm thinking more than likely I'm gonna be staying at the Excalibur, or my other spot, the Oyo, you know, formerly known as Hooters. So yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So as soon as the fight is official, you know, I'm gonna make my way, you know, I'm gonna make my way down there. I'm gonna try to hook up with Bill. And speaking of Bill, let's just talk about this situation with Devin Haney. You know, I hear a lot of people talk a lot of cachet shit about Devin Haney. Well, he can't punch, he can't do this, he can't do that. Well, you know what? For a dude that ain't got no skills, who can't punch, who can't do this, who can't do that, who got rocked by George Linares, which, by the way, what fighter haven't got rocked in a fight? It's funny, people talk about George Linares rocked Devin Haney, but didn't the same George Linares put Lomachenko on his ass in the fight, or he had a chance to win that fight? Devin Haney pretty much won that fight decisively. 3. You know, I know Lenore has tried to rally late, but Devin Haney had clearly dominated the first. He had clearly won the first 6 rounds of the fight, and then he ended up closing. I mean, the dude can't get nobody to get in the ring with him, man. What's up, man? Dude can't get nobody to get in the ring with him. JoJo Diaz don't want it. Ryan Garcia don't want it with nobody, apparently. That dude remind you of a dude trying not to have no kids. He stayed pulling out. You know what I'm saying? He stayed pulling out of fights. Fortuna, he didn't really want it. Y'all already know what happened with Gary Russell Jr. So, you know, for a guy that ain't got no skills, according to these people that love to make videos about him, he sure can't get people to sign the contract. Why won't nobody sign the contract? That's my question. Why won't nobody sign the contract to fight Devin Haney if this dude is such a, if this dude is so mediocre? And I mean, you would be licking your chops to get in the ring with him, but they don't want it. So I just told Bill Devin needs to stay sharp. I just told Bill to take a tomato can fight. Just get in the ring with a tomato can. Nobody can complain about it. I don't want to hear nobody, if Devin Haney choose to fight a tomato can, I better not hear nobody get on there and say, oh man, Devin Haney fighting a bum. Well, it's a stay busy fight because he can't get nobody else to get in the ring with him. So, you know what I'm saying? So what is he supposed to do? Just keep waiting? The man got to get back in the ring. Like I told Bill, get back in the ring, fight a tomato can just to stay busy, and then just leave it at that. And then see if somebody at the end of the day. I don't want to hear this stuff, because here's the thing though. People want to critique and love to holler about who guys like Devin Haney should have fought, didn't fight. But like I said, Triple G fought every Foot Locker worker, every gas station attendant, every truck driver you could think of, and got all this praise. Like I said, Triple G got one of the most god-awful resumes that a boxer could have. That man got away with fighting every truck driver you can think of. Jake from State Farm. You know what I'm saying? Fred the milkman. You know what I'm saying? Seth the truck driver. You know what I'm saying? Yep, firefighters, Uber drivers, but got all this praise. His fans never demanded that he take a risk, but then they trying to, but then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he fought, yeah, he did, yep, fought Cliff Paul. He fought he fought every tomato can you could think of, but he got all this praise that he didn't deserve. I mean, this dude, I mean, every time you look around, this dude was fighting. Like, who is this dude? I mean, dude was fighting exterminators, dudes that drive BART. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this dude was fighting car salesmen, and I mean, it got praised for, yeah, Triple G is knocking out everybody. Yeah, well, he's knocking out every nobody that you can think of, like I said. So that's what I don't understand. But then Devin Haney, he got to fight everybody, and he trying to fight everybody, but nobody won't get in the ring with him. Well, he had to. I told y'all when I told y'all back in 2015, 2016, 2017. I told you when all them dudes, Demetrius Andrade, like I said, that man refused to fight Charlo, refused to fight Demetrius Andrade. He called out Floyd. I think he said he would fight Manny Pacquiao. Didn't want to give Daniel Jacobs a rematch. You know, the you can so I thought Canelo won. I thought Canelo won both the fights. But barely. And some people thought that he won both of the Canelo fights. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's another, you know what I'm saying? That's another, you know, another question mark you throw towards Canelo. I'm going to be honest with you. And this is my honest assessment. I think Shawn Porter is a Hall of Fame fighter. I think he should be a first ballot Hall of Fame fighter because Shawn, win, lose, or draw, Shawn has, for the most part, he fought everybody. He fought everybody that you could think of. He's taken his Bud fight. He fought Errol Spence. He fought Danny Garcia. He fought anybody that you could. He fought Keith Thurman. Like I said, win, lose, that's what make you a Hall of Famer. It ain't always about you not ever losing a fight. Unless you name Andre Ward or Floyd Mayweather because they were just that good. Even in their closest fights that could have went either way, the Madonna fight could have went either way, the Castillo fight. A lot of people thought that Floyd lost that Castillo fight. A lot of people thought Andre Ward lost the first Sergey Kovalev fight. I didn't. But, however, Andre Ward ran it back. Floyd ran it back with Maidana. Floyd ran it back with Castillo. And he gave him immediate rematches. None of this, you know, none of this, I'll see you in 2 or 3 years. Nah, Floyd ran it back immediately. Andre Ward ran it back with Sergey Kovalev immediately. Andre Ward stopped him in the next fight. Matter of fact, y'all, I'm going to go home and watch that fight again, man. Because I don't know what fight that Harold Letterman was watching when he had Sergey Kovalev ahead. I thought Andre Ward was clearly winning that fight. Remember, y'all, I was at that fight. So, you know, I was at that fight. So, you know, I seen it up close and personal. So, I was there. And by the way, I had some good ass seats to that fight too. So, I think my own personal assessment of Shawn Porter, and I'm not saying this because I'm cool with Kenny. I'm saying this as a boxing fan. I'm saying this as a true boxing fan that Shawn Porter is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, hell, if Arturo Gatti got into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot, that's a question mark. Why can't Shawn Porter get in there on the first ballot? First of all, Arturo Gatti had no business being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Because it make you think, okay, Miguel Cotto didn't get in on the first ballot, and he should have got in on the first ballot. Now, you know, so I'm just keeping it a buck. Say what you want to say about Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather. They toughest fights, they ran it back. But for the most part, they dominated whoever they fought. They was just that good. They was just that good. I ain't even buying that fight with Sergey Kovalev and Canelo Alvarez. We already know what was the deal with that fight. And I'm really laughing because I'm really laughing because I gotta say this. I'm laughing at the fact that you know, I was on 7-8 show yesterday and I was I was really laughing at the fact that you really got some people that think that Canelo got a chance versus Andre Ward. And I hate to tell you Canelo fans, and you can cry all you want, you get mad, you call me whatever you want to call me. Canelo ain't got a snowball chance in hell of beating Andre Ward. If that fight is on the up and up, when I say Andre Ward will beat Canelo down, it will be worse than what Floyd did to him. Andre Ward is too big, too strong, too skillful. He will take away Canelo's best attributes. When I say that fight will be, man, when I say them Canelo fans, they'll be calling Andre Ward all kind of mayates after that fight. Because one thing about Andre Ward that I keep telling you, and if Dre, you listening, I know for a fact, Andre Ward, you ain't finna pimp Andre Ward in no negotiations. So, one thing about Canelo, he ain't gonna be able to weight pimp Andre Ward. I can promise you that. He's not gonna be able to weight pimp Andre Ward. He's not gonna be, and then Andre Ward is for sure gonna make Canelo take them tests. And I'm just telling you, Canelo, he gonna make Canelo, Andre Ward gonna make Canelo look ordinary. Give Andre Ward one tune-up fight just to, you know, get his reflexes and sharpen up his skill. When I say he'll go in there and he'll massacre Canelo, he will massacre Canelo. I'm just keeping it a buck. Now I know eventually some cornball gonna come on here and say, "Oh, well, Andre Ward lost to Sergey Kovalev." Well, you know what? You can make an argument that Canelo lost to Triple G in both fights. He definitely lost to Lara, and you can make an argument he lost to Austin Trout. Okay, so you don't want to go that route. You don't want to go that route. Okay, so you know don't try it. Canelo will get the hell beat out of him by Andre Ward. Like I said, it'll be an ugly fight. It'll be an ugly fight. When I say Canelo will get broken down, he'll get broken down. Canelo would smother him. Canelo would get broken down. Dre would smother him. Dre would like beat it. Dre would beat him to the punch. You keep forgetting Andre Ward's ring IQ is out of this world. It's far superior to Canelo. Like I said, Canelo would get beat down. And I don't even think Canelo is going to go near Arthur Beterbiev until I just think Canelo, if he fight Arthur Beterbiev, that's going to be disastrous for him. He not beating Arthur Beterbiev unless he on the juice. And I'm just keeping it a buck. You Canelo fans can get mad. Unless Canelo take his mystery meat and he try to weight drain Arthur Beterbiev, Canelo gonna get the hell beat Arthur Beterbiev. Like I said before, I believe Canelo, you know, been on that mystery meat for a minute. Because like I said before, I just watched that Floyd fight. He didn't seem to be doing no damage to Floyd, even with the body shots. He wasn't hurting Floyd. He couldn't hurt Sugar. He couldn't hurt I think Sugar Shane Mosley was damn near 40 at the time. I think he was like either 39 or 40 when Canelo fought him. And Canelo couldn't even hurt Sugar Shane Mosley. Canelo couldn't hurt, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't hurt Miguel Cotto. Couldn't really hurt Triple G. But then he going up in weight in these fights where he's not being tested. Then he's busting people's eye sockets. He's, you know, stopping people with blistering body shots. So it's like, man, come on, man. like I said before, Canelo will get hurt by Artur Beterbiev. If he fight Artur Beterbiev, Canelo gonna get worked. That's gonna be another fight where he get beat down. Canelo gonna get dropped, and he gonna probably and his corner gonna throw in the towel. He didn't knock out Cotto. He didn't knock out Cotto. That fight went the distance. I was at that fight. But yeah, he ain't beating no Artur Beterbiev. Well, he already done made it clear he not fighting Demetrius Andrade. He told the man to his face. He said, I'm not fighting you. He said, you not, you know, he came up with that excuse. He don't bring nothing to the table. He just got to, yeah, man. Nah, man. Cotto went the distance with Canelo. I was at that fight. Nah, he won a unanimous decision, but a lot of, yeah, Pratt, Artur Beterbiev is gonna make Canelo quit. People keep forgetting Artur Beterbiev retired. Buslik took his first defeat and he said, I ain't fighting no more. If a dude take away your first, take away your undefeated record to the point to where he beat your ass so bad to where you say, I'm not fighting no more, man, stop it. Canelo is going to get whooped on if he fight. Man, Canelo going to get whooped on if he fight Artur Beterbiev. It's cap. That man don't want none of Artur Beterbiev. And like I said, be on his secret sauce. He going to be on the secret sauce. He going to be, you know what I'm saying? He going to try to weight drain him. He going to try to do every type of, thing he could do to have an advantage. Oh, yeah. I had to do some stuff on the other channel. But, I'm going to load some video, put some material up today. I got to go through some old stuff, Nah, that's okay, though. Look, if you think Triple G won both fights, I'm okay with that. It wasn't like it was a robbery either way. But I did think Canelo edged Triple G. I did think Canelo edged Triple G in both fights. But like I said, if you think Triple G won both those fights, I'm okay with that. Like I said before, once again, Canelo don't have no clear-cut defining victories because his most accomplished wins have been controversial. So, I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Oh, Amir Khan. Yeah, he slept Amir Khan. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, Amir Khan always been Amir Khan. I mean, I know, Amir Khan, all it takes is the right shot in at the right spot, then he going down. I mean, Canelo's most accomplished wins have question marks around them. You look at the Lara fight. A lot of people thought Lara won. You look at the two Triple G fights. A lot of people thought Triple G won both fights. So you look at the Cotto fight. Some people thought Cotto did enough in the early rounds to at least secure a draw. Some people thought Cotto did enough to beat Canelo. So and then not to mention Canelo fought Miguel Cotto when he was well past his prime. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley when he was past his prime. And then people thought the Sergey Kovalev fight wasn't on the up and up. And he got worked by Floyd Mayweather. I done seen that Floyd Mayweather fight with Canelo I may have watched that fight like about 9 times. And how that lady had it a draw is just mind-boggling. I mean, it's mind-boggling that lady had that fight a draw. You would be generous to give Canelo like 2 rounds. You might can make an argument 2 rounds could have been even. And maybe he might have won 1 round. But Floyd dominated that fight. I don't think anybody that know anything about boxing can sit up with a straight face and think that Canelo deserved the draw against Floyd Mayweather. That lady was clearly slipped the envelope. That lady was clearly slipped the envelope. Because nobody thought Canelo with common sense won that fight. And that's what I'm saying. Andre Ward is a bigger version of Floyd Mayweather. And Canelo is gonna get roughhoused. Canelo gonna get bullied. He gonna get punked by Andre Ward. He would get punked. So I'm just keeping it a buck, man. Floyd whooped on Canelo so bad he started emulating him. I mean, you know it's bad when somebody whoop your ass so bad to where you try to fight like them. So that says a lot. So I'm just keeping it a buck. But anyway, you guys. Oh man. Hey D, I'm sorry, man. Something been up because I've been trying to come on your channel, man. For some reason, YouTube been giving me a problem with trying to log on to your stream. So hopefully if you go live today, I'm gonna try again today and see can I come on. So, you know. But anyway, thank you everybody. Appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.